Welcome back to Gundahar, and today we start our journey in the world tree, as you can see behind me. And yes, it's the first episode of the Net Show, and we basically go from one sector to the other in a few episodes and see what we have done here. Our task will be today to go to the Craftsmen's Quarter, which is over there. But of course, we start here at the very spawn point. So if you enter the world tree, then you get teleported up here, and this is where you start. So what can you see here? Of course, here in the middle, you can see the palace of the tree. It's wrapped into some of the bigger branches, and on top of here is the palace quarters, where the royal people can live and have their little entertainment things like a library and so on. Over here, right to our right side here is the normal living quarter where the people here can live, and but that's something for later on. Let's move and let's see what we can see in the craftsman's quarter. And yes, also if you want to go down again, then you can stand in here and press that button, and the rest of it will be obvious on the way down, I guess. Over there is the entrance to the tree, which will be also another episode because this tavern is not finished yet, and so we have to do that too. So let's move on. Right next to the palace here is the craftsman's quarter, and we start here with the tree forge. And so it's mostly an open forge here. You have an anvil, few tools, weapons already made, and of course you can press buttons to get here fresh coal into the mix, and also heat things up. The next building, besides the tree forge here, is a bit up the road, and we have basically a sawmill here for all the wood we need, and also a mason for the stone cutting. I mean, all those buildings are made out of quartz, so you also need a space where all these are prepared. And of course, there's a bit of log ready to be sawed, and you have basically in here, this is the machine room, as you can see. You have a bit of a saw, and also over there, if you have seen my tutorial for the water wheel, then this is also where the water wheel is. And yes, this is basically the saw. Maybe we could jump up there and see how it last look. So here's the button, and now if you turn it on, then it's of course sawing the block here and getting planks out of it. Maybe this could also be something to show you how I done the tutorial to get this synchronized, which is quite easy because those up there and these blocks down there don't have a proper connection. So maybe also we can then go back to the water wheel to give it another look. So if you also want to have such a water wheel in your build, which really looks like that it's floating around, then there's a tutorial for it. Just go to my channel and you can have a look about it. So next stop would be the mason. The mason here is right next to the sawmill, and of course there's an area where you can then put your delivered goods in. Then you have of course a small crane getting it up to the preparation area here. And yes, as you can see, all those buildings need a lot of quartz, so of course you need a place to cut them and make the pillars out of it. And yeah, that's basically what is done in here. Also, of course, a small crane here, so you can carry those blocks around. Some plans on what you want to do, and of course, here's also another pillar in the making process. I mean, you need that space, of course. Yeah, a bit of tools, and if you get up there, you can also have a nice look down, of course, but also go to the balcony here, and you can see the theater. Yeah, which will be quite cool if I make the video about it, I hope. But you will see. So, this is the good old mason, and the next on the list is one here in the back, which is a gardener. And our last station leads us to the Herbalist, which is up the tree here, up the branch, also right next to the place where the sawmill gets its water from. And yes, so if we enter or go this road up here, then we reach the Herbalist. And of course, there are always a few flowers around, a few herbs, and it's quite open. I really like this one. A lot of hanging stuff around. Then you have your backyard garden right next in the branch here with a few herbs, roses, flowers. I mean, everything which a proper herbalist would need. And of course, there's also a place where he can prepare all those flowers, set them in some pots, and get the the green stuff going. And of course, there's also a little garden up here, safely covered by a glass surrounding here, of course, so it gets still a lot of light, but don't get a harsh experience of being outside. So there's also a few helped in here, and if you want to look down, then well, you can see lots and lots of tree around you. I mean, we are basically in one of the branches, and that's what you see. Maybe also to give you a small idea on how far we are up, we can also have a look down here, which is, well, you can see here, it's quite a huge tree we are on here, and there's a whole city in it. So much more to discover, which is basically what we want to do in the next episode. So I hope you like this one. If so, then as always, please leave a like, please leave a comment, say what you liked to be what you like the most, and maybe also what you would like to see in, for example, a tutorial or some other part which you would like to see. See you in the next one. Ciao.